Hey everybody, Coach Tricia here. I just wanted to answer probably the most frequent question I'm getting these days, which is, what protocol, what products and practices do you use with your kids to keep them healthy right now during this crazy time with the pandemic going on? And I would say the number one thing is kind of staying out of a state of fear because that stress is really damaging to your immune system. So I would say anything you can do to kind of stay out of that state of fear and um, just kind of being aware of what you're saying to and around the kids so that they don't feel the world is unsafe and that they're walking around afraid. Um, it's obviously, it hurts them mentally, but also they're physically and the robustness of their immune system. But besides that, I do have specific product recommendations. And of course, there's so many different natural options for ways to support a really strong, healthy immune system. So this is not exhaustive. This is just what we do in our house because people have been asking me this a lot. So I just wanted to go over what we do here. And this is something that I tend to do every fall and winter when there's more germs going around. Um, but we've been doing it through the spring and summer because of what's going on. And I don't believe in sort of over sanitizing things either. I think there's some strong scientific data available that shows that our immune systems need to interact with the environment. And if it's overly sterile, that can lead to some downsides. So I feel like in our household, we just kind of are respectful of viruses, but also just not living in fear of them and not kind of overdoing the cleaning. So for cleaning, I do use the OnGuard cleaner concentrate because you just add a little bit of this to some water, and like I'll get a glass spray bottle like this and just mix it up, and this lasts so long and just will clean with this. And it cleans extremely well. Not had any problems with it at all, with streaks or anything. And I feel really confident that essential oils do a great job of killing germs. Because if we think about plants out in the environment, they need to deal with germs, fungus and viruses and bacteria and all kinds of different pathogens, especially in certain parts of the world that are very hot and moist. There's a lot of germs. And so plants that live in those areas create essential oils for themselves to kill those things off and to be their immune system. And our biology is so similar to plants that we recognize these oils and it can bring benefits to us as well. So we use essential oils a lot. We use them for cleaning. You can also just use the straight up essential oil. You just do some water, some white vinegar, and the essential oil. We like the OnGuard blend the best, but you can also just use citrus oils because they cut through grease and grime and gunk really well. And just do it based on what smell you like maybe a wild orange or lemon. There's also a blend called Purify that's specifically designed to help with tough odors. So that's a really good one as well. Hand washing. We know that hand washing is the way to go and just being really good about hand washing. The problem sometimes can be is that conventional hand washes have a lot of chemicals. And so if you're putting chemicals all over your hands tons of times a day, that gets into your bloodstream because it soaks right into your skin. Your skin is your largest organ. It gets into your bloodstream and then your body has something else to deal with. So avoiding those chemicals is really good for you. It's really worth it. We use the OnGuard doTERRA hand soap. It comes in a plastic dispense, kind of this material. If you want to use something that's a little bit nicer or fancier, maybe for your guest bathroom or your powder room, I can link you to this dispenser on Amazon. So we use the doTERRA OnGuard hand soap in here and it pumps out really nicely, and it's a foam, so it's harder for the kids to waste it. And it doesn't have any artificial colors or chemicals or any of that stuff that you want to avoid, and it lasts a long time. So for hand washing, do watch what you're using. If you go to, Target or grocery stores and that's where you're picking it up, I understand that they can make them smell really good and everything, but if it's artificial fragrances, all that stuff is getting up into your nose and up to your brain, and avoiding chemicals is a really good way to strengthen your immune system. So if you're just overloading yourself with all these chemicals because you're washing your hands, you're cleaning the house, and you're using hand sanitizer, it can really be a lot. And I know some of you have been saying, I'm getting headaches all of a sudden, and I don't understand why. I've had a lot of people cut back on all of the chemical products, and the headaches go away. So I even had someone who said that happened with their thyroid challenges, and that once they lowered their exposure of the chemicals, their thyroid got a lot better. We do use hand sanitizer sometimes. We don't go crazy with it. Again, kind of staying out of the fear, but being respectful of germs. So this one I like because it's still moisturizing, it doesn't dry out your hands, and it smells really good. And I know there's no toxic chemicals. So this is the OnGuard from doTERRA. And if you guys want to try any of this OnGuard stuff, I can get it for you at a 25% discount. So just let me know if you want me to help you out with that. Here's what else we do though. For vitamins. It is hard for anybody, but especially kids, to get all the vitamins and minerals they need to be healthy. Our food supply is just not as rich in nutrients as it used to be because of changes in farming methods. And, obviously kids typically don't eat all of the, fish and fruits and vegetables we want them to. So they're lacking. And some of the minerals and nutrients they're lacking in are things like magnesium and zinc. That are really helpful for the immune system. So we use this one, it's called A to Z, because I trust where this is coming from. It's natural, not synthetic. It has the right amounts. So they're not just having expensive urine because they're peeing it all out. And it has the right forms of the vitamins. So this is the one that I trust. This is also from doTERRA. If you can't tell, I really love doTERRA and I trust them quite a bit. But this is the multivitamin. And then during, germ season, I supplement with extra vitamin D and also extra vitamin C. It kind of depends what your kids will do. I mean, if you're doing a lot of gummies, you just have to make sure they're doing a really good job brushing their teeth. If you can do it in a different form than gummies, great. But supplementing with vitamin D and vitamin C, something that's really important to us in our household, and it's been working very well. We also really love fish oil, and I use this product from Nordic Naturals, and it can be swallowed. It's not huge, but my kids just chew it up, and that goes just fine. And now that we're back to school, this is not only great for the immune system because it's lots of healthy fats, but it's also great for the brain. And so, for memory and just basically everything brain related without getting into the details. Healthy fats are really, really important. And a lot of people don't realize that you need to supplement with healthy fats because we have been taught that fat is bad and fat makes you fat. But it's actually the sugars that are the real demon that we want to be avoiding. And so with all of these supplements, you also want to watch for added sugars and try to minimize sugars as much as possible, but absolutely avoiding artificial sugars. I also really like, this is a product from Mary Ruth. She has a lot of great products, and this is immunity gummies. Again, yes, the gummies aren't perfect, but this is something that my kids will actually take, and it has echinacea and elderberry in it. I'm sure you've heard of those. And this is something we just do during germ season, not all the time. So this is also available on Amazon if you would like the link. We also do colloidal silver, which is extremely gentle, but it is awesome for germ fighting. And so if one of the kids, they just start having a runny nose, or they say my throat's starting to tingle or get sore or start with a cough or anything like that, we'll put some of this colloidal silver, it's a liquid, and just put it right under their tongue. And it's just extremely, extremely safe. The brand on this is Sovereign Silver. This comes in a lot of different forms, but this is the one that we use. But silver is an excellent product for adults as well. The last one I wanted to tell you about, this is kind of more for back to school, is called Mag Focus, and it's from Raise Them Well. And I can get you a link to this as well. The couple who created this company is an integrative doctor and his wife, who's a health coach who I know. and they base their products on significant research, and everything it's in them is very intentional and get the highest quality ingredients, all made in the US, always free of all major allergens. And this is a combination of magnesium and B6. Just about all of us are pretty deficient in magnesium, and that's a calming mineral, and then the B6 really helps with brain function. So if you know any kiddos that need a little help with focus and concentration, if you go talk to a regular doctor about it, they're probably not going to mention that one of your options is magnesium and B6, but it is. And if you see a naturopath or a functional medicine doctor or an integrative doctor, they'll probably mention it. But this is a product that my kids, they chew it up, tastes fine to them, no problem. I'll show you what it looks like. So it's not a gummy, it's a chewable, very thin, easy to take, and it's just 2 tablets a day. Easy peasy. And this company also has other great products like a magnesium balm. A lot of people will use that on kids before bed. It's very calming. You can also use it in the morning if your kids are the type to get nervous or anxious about school, or maybe an upcoming test or an upcoming sports event. It can be something that's very calming to them. So those are the basics. Essential oils kind of are the star of the show for us when it comes to fighting germs. Some of the ones I didn't mention that I just want to throw in here real quick is you can use a rollerball. This is essential oils in some coconut oil, and all you do is roll it on. So I do the kids' spines when they're sitting up eating their breakfast, and also when they get home from school. You can put it on your chest, behind your ears, bottoms of your feet. And it absorbs into your skin and gets circulating through your body within a few minutes. We also diffuse this into the air. And then we have something called OnGuard beadlets, which are teeny tiny. It's like 1/4 of a drop of oil in these tiny little balls. I don't even know if you can see that. So the kids will chew on a couple of these at breakfast. And then for myself, I take the softgels, which are a little larger and have a little bit more oil for immune support and killing of germs. So I hope that that's helpful. If you do have questions, let me know. I think the key is getting into a routine and a habit, choosing a few things you feel is manageable, and then just get in the habit of doing it. And maybe there's something you put by your bedside table that, you always use it at night before bed, part of your bedtime routine. Maybe there's something you put by your toothbrush and that's how you remember to use it. We like to keep things in one specific place in the kitchen. And every morning with breakfast, the kids get a miniature bowl with their supplements in it. And it's just as easy as remembering to brush teeth every day, because it's just something that we always do. So I hope that that is helpful. I will provide the links I mentioned, and please let me know if you have questions. Take care and be well.